whoever had the ball on the opposing team would try to throw it.
Don't be caught dead! Protection from Commonwealth weaponry!
Diamond City Surplus, everything you need.
Keep looking at me like that. You start thinking you're a son.
You still carrying that old handmade around?
The hub of trade
telling
for all
the grip
Diamond
on that
City
thing
right
is just
here.
going to fall off one of these days.
It hasn't so far. What,
You
think
ain't
I'm
gonna
buy
last
it?
once you leave the wall, so don't get chummy.
Who's talking about a new gun? I can sell you a properly machined discount.
Told you your luck wouldn't last forever. His ties. Oh, Nick. The bills. Huh. Forget the bills.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
Sorry. I'll come back later.
No, that's not what I mean. We're not just closed for the day. We're closed permanently. The detective's gone missing.
Picture on milk carton time?
If only it was that simple, right? Nick disappeared working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
telling you, joining Skinny... Malone's crew was the best decision we've ever made. Look at this place.
I still say Malone's weak. He caught that detective snooping around, and what does he do? Locks him up. Like he ain't got the balls to just kill him.
Well, don't let his new girl hear that. She'll start swinging that bat of hers at your face until there ain't no face left. Who's there? Get it, all right?
On him!
What was that?
So I got a question. Why the hell would anyone build a vault out of a subway station? This place is like the opposite of airtight.
Because they want...
How you doing in there, Valentine? Feeling hungry? Want a snack?
Keep talking, meathead. It'll give Skinny Malone more time to think about how he's gonna bump you off.
Don't give me that crap, Valentine. You know nothing, you got nothing.
Really? I saw him writing your name down in that black book of his. Lousy, cheating... Then he struck the name across 3 times. Hey, you! I don't know who you were. We got 3 minutes before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming back. Get this door open! You gotta hack that terminal, though. Open up this door.
Perfect.
In shining armor. The question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb for an old private eye.
My son, Sean, is missing. He was kidnapped. But I don't know who took him or where they went.
Missing kid, huh? Well, you came to the right man, if not the right place. I've been cooped up in here for weeks. Turns out the runaway daughter I came here to find wasn't kidnapped. She's Skinny Malone's new flame. And she's got a mean streak. Anyway, you got troubles, and I'm glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk. Malone's crew here used to be small time. Muscled out of the old neighborhood by big... Now this
How you doing in there, Valentine? Feeling hungry?
Keep talking, meathead. It'll give Skinny Malone more time to think about how he's gonna bump you off. We got 3 minutes before they realize muscles for brains ain't coming back. Get this door up. Ah, my knight in shining armor. Question is, why does he come all this way? Risk life and limb? An old private eye.
My son, Sean, is missing. He was kidnapped. But I don't know who took him or where they went.
Missing kid, huh? Well, you came to the right man, if not the right place. I've been cooped up in here for weeks. Turns out the runaway daughter I came here to find wasn't kidnapped. She's Skinny Malone's new flame. And she's got a mean streak. Anyway, you got troubles, and I'm glad to help. But now ain't the time. Let's blow this joint. Then we'll talk. Hard and loud, huh? Well, that's the job. Too bad for whoever cleans up the...
We'd need the key.
door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open. Almost got it. There we are. Hell of a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side. Nothing. What the damn? You and Valentine are both dead.
Ooh, I gotta loosen up. Nothing but nothing over here.
Why, you pansies afraid of your own shadows now? There's nothing here. Huh. Wait a minute.
Bingo.
Say hello to Take bothering anybody now. More stairs. Wall to fitness instructor. Die on me! Come on! Don't score, huh? Skinny Malone and the rest of his boys are waiting for us somewhere. The name's, ironic, but don't let that fool you. It's dangerous. Another locked door. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay, I got it. But I hear big fat footsteps on the other side. Once we step through this door, get ready for anything.
Nicky, what are you doing? You come into my house, shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your two-timing dame, Skinny. You ought to tell her to write home more often.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl. I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should've left it alone, Nicky. This ain't the old neighborhood. In this... fault. I'm king of the castle, you hear me? And I ain't letting some private dick shut us down now that I finally got a good thing going.
I told you we should have just killed him! But then you had to get all sentimental. All that stupid crap about the old times.
Darla, I'm handling this. Skinny Malone's always got things under control.
Oh yeah? Then what's this guy doing here, huh? Valentine must have brought him here to rub us all out?
Darla, listen to me. You have a home to go back to. You don't want to throw your life away with these thugs.
You're right! What am I doing? I've gotten all mixed up.
Darla, where are you going?
Home, Skinny. Where I should have been all this time. This is goodbye for us.
Oh, come on, Nicky. You cost me my men, now you and your friend cost me my girl?
My friend here just did you a favor, Skinny. You always did have bad taste in women. Now that she's not around to feed that temper of yours, maybe you'll see sense and let us walk. You still owe me for 2 weeks in the hole.
You smug, overconfident ass. Get out of here! All right, you get to the count of 10. I still see your face after that. I'm gunning both of you down.
We better get out of here, fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Ah, look at that Commonwealth sky. Never thought anything so naturally ominous could end up looking so inviting. Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me, anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Your secretary, Ellie, she sent me.
She did? I should give her a raise. Now, you mentioned something about your son, Sean, and how he went missing. I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details. Besides, I think you've earned a chance to sit down and clear your head.
I'll meet you there.
See you in Diamond City.
Loitering. Thirsty. Nuka-Cola.
Hey.
Need a drink. Nuka-Cola.
Why buy just an ordinary piece of wood? A swatter is a custom-made piece of genuine hickory.
Nuka-Cola. Need some custom hardware? We got a free workbench for all your modifications. Barrel. I didn't know that.
No sense allowed at the surplus.
just happened?
Don't walk outside the wall undefended. High quality.
Ellie? Are you here?
Nick? Oh God, it's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
You keep laughing at death. Someday, death's gonna laugh back.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Metal detective delivery at your service.
Happy to be in a... Here. I know an amount, you know.
Whoa. One case at a time. All right, let's get down to business. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground, sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. What else can you tell me?
We're looking for my son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? And why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of it. Anything else you remember?
My wife was murdered. She was trying to keep them from taking Sean, and they just...
It's okay. You don't need to say anything more.
So, we're talking about a group of cold-hearted killers, but they waited until something went wrong to resort to violence. Well, that confirms it. This isn't a random kidnapping. Whoever took your kid had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people.
So you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the newer models, good as human, that infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is, or where they are. Not even me. And I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype, anyway.
Don't lie to me, Nick. You're one of them. They made you.
Yeah, I've heard it all before. You're a freak. You've got something to hide. Blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, people smart enough to build something like me are smart enough to cover their tracks, and arrogant enough to throw their unwanted trash into the Commonwealth to fend for itself.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right. The speculation is getting us off track. Let's focus on what you saw. What did these kidnappers look like?
The woman was dressed in, I think it was a kind of hazard suit. The man had some sort of metal brace on his arm.
Maybe some kind of improvised armor? A lot of hired guns do that to look tough. The hazard suit is interesting. Not many mercs can afford something that fancy. What else do you remember about them?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head, scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
I might have. Everything was foggy.
It's way too big of a coincidence. Ellie, what notes do we have about the Kellogg case?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who his employer is.
And he bought a house here in town, right? And he had a kid with him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. The house in the abandoned West Stands. The boy with him was around 10 years old.
It's Sean. It has to be. Somehow.
Don't jump the gun on me. You said you were looking for an infant, remember? That's over 9 years difference by my count. Look, maybe he has a son of his own. Maybe it's someone else's kid. Either way, they both vanished a while back. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am. disappearance? Bad news. He's more than just a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies. They're all dead. Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. More than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The M.O. is all him as well. Leading a small town, kidnapping a baby, and leaving one of the parents alive for later. Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off. Here we are. Keep an eye out.
Nick.
Hold your horses. That's one heck of a lock. Got something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Got it.
Let's take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind. Well, that's one way to hide a room. Well, look at this. All of a merc's favorite things.
Gwinnett Stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, and cigars. San Francisco Sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
What? The great Clockwork Dick is stumped?
It's synth detective, jackass. If you're gonna be that way, you might as well get the make and model right. Joking aside, I got an idea. I need to call someone in. A specialist.
I don't know about this, Nick.
Now, let's give my pal a chance. I'll send out the signal. Now, you won't hear anything. It's a special frequency. But he'll be here. Okay, I called him. Let's wait outside.
Hey, Valentine.
There he is. Prompt as always. Ready to get to work, dog meat?
This is your friend? He's a dog.
That's right. Show him the cigar. Before you head out...
I want you with me on this, Nick.
All right. Let's...
Uh-huh. Dog meat. Get the scent, boy. Take me to him, boy. Take me to Sean. Hey.
See what I can do. Looks like you got something to say. That dog's got one hell of a nose. We'll sniff Kellogg out.
Head on inside.
San Francisco Sunlights.
Dog meat find something?
Kellogg's preferred brand, all right. We gotta stick together, pal. At least until we find Kellogg.
Oh, damn.
What do you think, boy? Enough to go on? Bloody
Looks like another
bandages.
one of Kellogg's
Dog meat
hits.
can track this.
Keep your eyes open. Dog meat find something?
Okay, boy. Let's track him. I'll need your nose to track Kellogg, boy. Decoy, huh? Clever.
Tracking known mercenary. Exercise extreme caution.
Another one of his stogies. What do you think, boy? Was this our man? Is this the place? Is he in here, boy?
What I wouldn't give for some industrial strength test.
Detected. Curious.
Attacking enemy.
Sensor anomaly detected. I am down. I must report this assault directly to Kellogg.
Asset Kellogg. In danger. Defending. Contact detected.
Someone's coming.
Possibly.
Sorry, your house has been a wreck for... Never expected you to come knocking on my door. Gave you 50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. Look, you're pissed off. I get it. I do. But whatever you hope to accomplish in here, it's not going to go your way.
Nice.
You got guts and determination. It's admirable. It's not too late. Stop. Turn around and leave. I can say that.
Nice.
Okay. You made it. I'm just up ahead. My sins are standing down. Let's talk.
And there he is. Most resilient man in the Commonwealth. Funny. I thought I had that honor.
End of the line, Kellogg. You die, and I get my son back.
You can turn around right now. Go back the way you came. Sean. Well, besides being a bit older than you were expecting, I'm afraid he's not even here. So you see, it is the end of the line. Not the way you imagined. So,
Fuck you, Kellogg.
let him go. Your time's done. Your son is where he belongs. He's home.
Hurting anyone else. You should take a look around, get all the intel this place can hide.
All this tech. You were barely human.
You want me to take a look at that terminal?
Nice.
Not away with machines. So, Kellogg wasn't...
Hey, Valentine.
We know where your son is, but even I don't know how to find the Institute. And
There has to be a way, Nick.
we're in the weeds here. Time to take a step back. Bring in some fresh eyes. Only person I know willing to snoop up the Institute's tail feathers is Piper, the reporter in Diamond City. I say we head her way. Talk this through.
Diamond City it is.
Hey, chin up. I know the night just got darker, but it won't last forever.
Going up. Route access.
People of the Commonwealth. Do not interfere. Our intentions are peaceful. We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
Deep into that darkness, long I stood there, wondering,
note? I guess, spot their
The sky ain't safe. Did you see that blimp thing?
Well, well. Nicky Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
I didn't make it in time. Kellogg was working with the Institute, and he gave them Sean. I've lost him all over again.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg? Huh.
A man like that would have had access, in and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
Yeah, if only.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
I was so blinded by anger. I just wanted him dead. Now look what I've done.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross.
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so who's coming with you?
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm gonna introduce you to Omari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
It's you and me, Nick.
Let's get going. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna do some more research. I'll be here if you need me.
Hey, Piper.
You know, the Institute has a lot of enemies. The Minutemen tangled with them once. The Railroad still does. I've even got some notes on these new guys. The Brotherhood of Steel.
That Brotherhood airship is hard to miss.
The Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do subtle. From what I've heard, they take whatever they want. Especially if it's high-tech. They just might have the muscle to give the Institute a run for their money, but they're... let's just say they have their own agenda.
You said something about the Railroad.
Supposedly, they help runaway synths escape the Institute, but they're secretive. Ultra paranoid. The only thing I have is a rumor. A code phrase. Follow the Freedom Trail.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
They're a volunteer army, dedicated to protecting the Commonwealth from things like the Institute. Things that make people afraid. But, they're not around anymore. A lot of, petty infighting. People lost faith, and, well, you can't have a volunteer army without volunteers. Last I heard, the only remaining group of them was making their way to Concord.
I should get going.
All right. So, you know...
Even good people do crazy things when they're scared.
Piper.
Diamond
Heading my
City's
way?
motto.
You sure you want to travel with me?
You kidding me? I thought it was...
Pretty well if you're willing to leave that behind.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Grab that.
Done and done.
Get that.
Sure thing.
Pick that up.
Count on it.
Take that.
Can do.
Grab that. Get that.
Good plan.
Well, well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den,
Hey.
but I
Here
never
for
walk
Amari.
out on you.
She's downstairs. Amari's down.
Dr. Amari?
Yes. Wait. I remember you. The memory inducement. Vault 111, right? What's this all about?
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
You might not know about the latest news there. You may have heard the name Bobby No-Nose.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter?
Try that one.
No, I never deserved
Let's keep
her.
looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you. Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something. We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I'll try to locate another memory as quickly as I can. Please try to remain calm.
Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Find it. Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready. Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Kellogg. It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
And nobody's crying but me. Friends all over know I'm trying to forget about how much I care for you. It's all
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Am I okay?
Don't be alarmed, but you're neural. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
You were along for the ride, weren't you? You saw what I saw.
Yes, but it's important
Uh-huh. We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down.
You're right. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't
be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine.
I'm sorry your first time here was so... Well, all I can say is that you're very brave.
Hey, Irma.
Oh, enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What? What are you talking?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Anyway,
I'm gonna head out on my own from you.
good luck out there.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
Heads up.
Do something for you? Go ahead.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance
Hey
we
there.
get.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
I hear you. It's a mess out there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud? Huh, that's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Wasn't he a caveman?
Yeah, that's the one. They found him in an iceberg off the harbor. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
It seems like people are finally rebuilding and recovering from the nuclear war.
Maybe in some parts, like Diamond City, but over here, we got a ways to go. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real, with his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life, so we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Good on you for trying to make the world better.
Yeah, most folks refuse to be bothered.
I just have to do something, you know? I've built my own custom machine gun, even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up front. Just promise you'll help me.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it.
Right.
Let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Huh. You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place. Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out of anywhere else in the Commonwealth. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the Institute as they are now. Maybe more. The massacre of the CPG was still pretty fresh in people's minds at that point, and folks were still losing sleep over the broken mask. Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison the drinking water. But at the time, they couldn't exactly turn me away.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. Man by the name of Henry Roberts. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan hand she'd, known for an evening. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on a crying girl and 4 toughs. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it easy. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being Diamond City's handyman than I ever did living out in the ruins. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so they started coming to me when people went missing. Wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the Synth, but it was Nick the Detective folks came to see. It was about then that things finally started feeling normal. It took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. And with some time and effort, this place can be home for you, too. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Hell yeah.
Oh, damn! You're like a walking target out here.
Nick Valentine is back in town. He was gone for a while. Some people who are totally not me thought, well, they thought that he might be dead or destroyed or whatever. Anyway, glad you're back, Nick. Even though we never really talk, like ever. Right Behind You Baby is next. It's a really upbeat song, but I don't know. I feel like maybe Ray Smith was a little, maybe, buddy.
I got your costume, Kent. And some other goodies you might like.
There she is, pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume herself. And memorabilia, too? You're something else. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But there's just one problem. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake, but the Shroud is strong, capable.
Come on, don't sell yourself short.
I got a better idea who should wear it. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryo vault and all. We still talking?
If I go along with this, I could use a little extra.
If it'll get you to help, sure. I may be able to scrounge up a couple of things.
Looks like I get to be the Shroud.
The costume and gun are yours. So you patrol Good Neighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station. Here... Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch just... Time to fight crime!
Sure.
calling all Silver Shroud fans. A once-in-a-lifetime announcement. The Silver Shroud returns and he's gonna clean up the streets. Everyone heard how Wayne Delancey murdered Miss Selmy and her kid over a few lousy caps. Death is coming for you, Wayne.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, a slaying in Scully Square.
Just down this alley.
Well, well, well. Looks like someone got lost on the wrong side of the tracks. Yeah, wrong side
What's
of
with
the
the fancy
tracks.
guns?
Damn.
That's
I'm just
expensive.
meeting a friend.
Might be I found a new
Yours?
friend.
Perhaps I'll just call him. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Your crimes have gone unpunished for too long.
What the hell's wrong with you? Well, nothing a few bullets won't cure.
You mess with me, I most certainly will not. Do you have any idea?
Oh, someone should make use of it.
Why'd you go and do that?
Friend of the show, Jerry, is here.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
It's on.
Heads up.
I'm all ears.
We're recording in here. Aw, man. Great. Great. The Silver Shroud's dispatched justice already. Miss Selmy has been avenged.
Shit, the Shroud off Wayne? Wait, so this guy's actually for real?
Oh, you better believe it. So, Jerry, go on. Tell the listeners about what we're talking about.
Right. So AJ, you know the chem dealer by Bobby's. He's doing good for himself. Says he's got a whole new market. Kids. Even with his garbage chems,
It's stuck.
he's just raking
Busted.
in the tabs.
Useless.
Hear that? Sounds like the Silver.
Why? This Shroud guy, he's gonna muscle in on the chem trade now?
No. He's gonna do something about it.
Broken.
AJ's selling to kids. And his chems have killed people.
And? I don't get it.
We can't let AJ kill kids.
Whatever.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty.
Keep
that
your
guardian
hands
is
off and
the Silver
Hey,
Shroud.
look at the
Today's
clown.
episode, the mystery of Mayor Murphy.
Slowly now.
The Silver Shroud's bringing justice to Good Neighbor. You bad guys better look out. And now, a special update. Villainous assassin Kendra was recently spotted at the third rail. The same Kendra who bombed Little Joe's shack and killed 4 innocent drifters. If you want to see the Silver Shroud in action, stay near Whitechapel Charlie. The Shroud's sure to interrogate him to find the evildoer's whereabouts.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks walks the streets of Boston. One man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that.
Charlie.
Make way for paying customers. You look like one of them wankers from the posters. What you wearing that for?
You look upon the Silver Shroud. I seek a miscreant named Kendra.
The Shroud, then? More like a nutter. Kendra is not one to be trifled with. People associated with her have a habit of being found face down in a ditch. If you're set on meeting her, for a fee it can be arranged.
He asked me what's your flavor. I said I need a favor. I'm a little short of caps, but I'm a good neighbor.
Can you spare a few details on her at least? On the house?
You got to have finesse to be an assassin. Kendra's a murderer. A very skilled murderer. Listen, mate, the combat scan shows you know what you're about. Save your caps, buy a lager instead.
Here's your money. Where is she?
Still going through, is this? Look out for the blighters she's got with her. Nasty piece of business, that. Good luck.
Better get it while it's hot. I'll meet you in the middle. You can show me what you got. If you're lucky to.
Where'd you go?
Who's there?
Going up.
Look alive.
There's something you need?
Nick.
What do you need?
Going down. Ground floor.
What?
You must be Kendra.
And you're the crazy one in the costume. Wayne Delancey's killer. You have no idea who you're dealing with. I do so like it when the little bug crawls willingly into the spider's webs.
Who's your boss?
A walking
Sure.
Wayne will.
Another special update. No, it wasn't Bobby No-Nose who offed AJ and his goons. It was the Silver Shroud. See his calling card if you don't believe me. Now's our time, listeners. Justice is coming, a good neighbor. You'll see.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Fat Fahey's Folly.
Another headliner. Hancock seeks a special meeting with our hero, the Silver Shroud. Whatever it's about, be careful, Shroud. We're all with you.
Galaxy News Radio. When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud.
World is bigger than strong news.
Hancock.
Look who it is. We heading out again?
You still interested in traveling together?
You even gotta ask that?
Yeah? Not now.
Suit yourself. Look.
Let's do it.
Done.
Sure.
You two stay out of trouble.
Come on, Nick.
Look alive.
What you got?
Hey, Hancock.
Playing dress-up is fun and all, but you walked into something a whole lot bigger. Those lowlifes you've been taking out for Kenny Boy, they all belong to the same asshole. And that asshole's gonna want some good old-fashioned revenge. You dig?
Thanks for the warning.
You know, it would be a shame if he ended you. His name's Sinjin. He's taken 2-bit Raider outfits and made them scary. Small fish now, but if left alone. I happen to know where, and Northies, you take them. Good neighbor.
I'm up for some community service. Mm-hmm.
Gotta be real crazy or real tough to survive out here.
Maybe constantly trying
Hey,
to
Valentine.
kill us, but-
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right. There's something.
Oh, shoot. Pretty simple arrangement.
Some very bad people may be coming. It's not safe here.
I don't know you. Just go away.
What's that? Speak of the devil.
Some very bad people may be coming. It's not safe here.
Well, I hope you were smarter than... Damn. We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Hi.
Some very bad people may be coming. It's not safe here.
Kendra and Delancey are sores feet under. St. John wants Silver Shroud claims the hits. We need more warm bodies after we deal with the costume. And don't worry, Kate's gathering a bunch of meatheads to take the Shroud out. The boss ain't happy. Now's not a time for failure.
Here's a Silver Shroud update. In case you missed it, Kendra's reign of terror is over. She won't be... What? Oh, God, what's happening?
On your knees, dirtbag.
What are you doing? What? Ah!
If you haven't been a good neighbor...
Singe it.
Oh, it's you.
Right. Calm yourself. The Shroud is here to...
Please, stop. A dozen when they...
Which, out of context, sounds pretty funny.
If you want to see your friend alive, Shroud, meet me at Milton General Hospital.
Don't do it, Shroud. It's a trap. Save yourself. Ah! Ah! Oh, my God! Do it, Shroud! Do it! On my knee! Ah!
Tick-tock, Shroud. Don't keep me waiting. We got business that needs finishing.
Here's a Silver Shroud update. In case you missed it, Kendra's reign of terror is over. She won't be... What? Oh, God! What's happening?
On your knees, dirtbag.
What are you doing? What? Ah!
Singe it. All clear.
This is the Shroud's headquarters. So you must be the Silver Shroud's little friend.
Yes?
If you want to see your friend alive, Shroud, meet me at Milton General Hospital.
Don't do it, Shroud. It's a trap. Save yourself. Ah! Ah! Oh, my God! Do it, Shroud! Do it! On my knee! Ah!
Get some, motherfucker! Don't you die on me!
Going down. Basement.
That's it.
After I knock you off!
Going up. Second floor.
What the hell was that?
Who's there?
Tell me we don't need to
Ken.
find something.
I've never been so happy to see anyone in my entire life.
I'm glad I got here in time.
You and me both, Shroud. But I don't know. I just give up. On all of it. Crime fighting just isn't what I thought it'd be.
If you just quit, then the bad guys have already won.
You're right. I'm going back to good neighbor. Really, thanks for saving me. But I'm just done.
Hey.
I'm listening. I think we ought to talk.
Is something the matter? You sound upset.
What? Oh, no. We've just been traveling a while now, and I figure there hasn't exactly been equitable distribution of information. Gotten a decent glimpse into your dirty laundry, but you still don't really know a whole heck of a lot about me. I figured I'd offer to balance the board. So, is there anything you want to know?
So who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth. Authentic Institute handiwork. But I'm still mechanical. Not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. But my memories, my personality, they're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. Hey, maybe that's why the Institute tossed me in the garbage instead of turning me into one of their people snatchers.
That's terrible. They really just threw you away?
Sure did. It was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. It eventually turned... Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
If you're good to people, they'll be good back. That's something I've always believed.
Couldn't agree more. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Ken.
I just need time to recover, you know?
Hey.
Do something for you?
Going up. Second floor.
We had a deal, Trudy. Hand over the goods. You... Whoa. This doesn't involve you. That's right. Walk.
Here we go.
That all you got?
Protection system must be.
Hey, Hancock.
Look who it is. We heading out again?
Let's do it.
Done.
You two stay out of trouble.
Come on, Nick.
Hey, job's done. St. John's dead.
So down goes the big bad St. John. We get to walk that tightrope of freedom one more day. Take this for the effort.
The world's better without him.
And the future gutter's been right.
Time to hit the road?
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
You're leaving me for this?
I can't promise that...
Sure.
for work? We could use some help picking melons if you've got some spare time. I'll give you caps for any you can bring me.
What are you paying?
Yeah, like bottle caps? And because
You look like you have a pretty successful farm here.
we'd like to think so.
No time right now.
That's all right.
That's close enough, stranger. We're a peaceful farm. We don't want any trouble.
It's okay, I'm friendly. Not looking to cause any trouble.
If you say so, but be warned, we're armed here, so don't try anything. Let me tell you, farming ain't easy. Out in the field all day, every day, and every minute of it spent watching your back.
Farming's hard work.
Won't argue with that. Blake Abernathy, you new to the Commonwealth?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good to see a new face. How about you? Ever think about working the land?
I'm sure I'll give it a try someday.
Well, good luck to you then. Maybe I'll... Word of advice, though. Why do all the hard...
Bastards. All of them.
Last time those... Now she's buried. That's why we need...
Sure. There's nothing worse than losing a child. Believe me, I know.
Yeah, it can be...
I'm sorry to hear you say so. I don't have... If you could get it back, it'd mean a lot.
Uh-huh. Don't worry.
Good.
Wouldn't want to go into waste.
It is nothing.
I want this one's head!
What's that?
Get some!
I've got that locket back for you.
You serious? That's great news. Connie's gonna be speechless. I'm sure she'll go lean on her prices after what you've done. And feel free to use our workshop. Least we can do.
We could really use your help.
I'd be glad to. Just tell me what's going on.
We're having a lot of trouble with a group of raiders. Stealing our food, our supplies. Do you think you can persuade them to leave us alone?
Don't worry. I'll take...
Oh, good.
Heads up.
Juan.
Nick.
Any chance you got a second now?
Of course, Nick. What's up?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
You think, you feel. You're more than pretending, Nick.
Nice of you to say, but your kind don't usually have to deal with someone else's whole life trapped inside their skulls. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
You've already built a life for yourself, Nick. You've got the agency, a home, friends.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks. You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
Sure thing. What's the case?
Well, this one's straight out of the... Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime. Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who hurt a lot of innocent... So he sealed himself in...
Sure. Eddie Winter was from my time. Real scumbag.
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death. Live forever. So he could come out of that shell. Someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
Jeez, you've really done your homework on this guy.
I have.
Sure.
Eddie Winter went and turned himself, and I'm convinced that I'm gonna find...
All right, Nick.
You're a good man. Now, back in the day, we find all of those... I've been putting together, including one of Winter's. I managed to snap. On my way out the door, probably worth revisiting.
opens with a key.
Doesn't sound pleased.
Lock and load.
Let's say we get out of here.
We appreciate the assistance, civilian. But what's your...
I was hoping to take a look at the evidence terminal in the police station.
You know about the evidence terminal? Now, how would a civilian like you come by information like that? Are you from a local settlement?
Don't really have a home.
An answer that I hear. If I appear suspicious, since the moment, if you want to continue...
At this rate, you'll be dead in 2 days, and I want no part of it.
You really gonna leave them to swing in the wind?
Then there's no need. Now.
Right. Paladin dance.
You can move along. You can move along, civilian. Our situation might appear dire, but I've led my men through worse.
I'll continue to help, but you won't.
So, you're gonna...
Very well. I'm Paladin. Over there is... I've been trying...
Sure.
Sir, if...
Proceed.
I'd modify...
Our target, we infiltrate the...
This sounds like a fool's errand to me. You're on your own.
Then I suggest you get out of our way. I don't have any more time to waste.
Paladin dance.
Have you reconsidered my request for support, civilian?
Can't pick this. Dance?
Have you reconsidered my request for support, civilian?
No time to waste. Let's get...
Outstanding. Halen, take Reese inside and bind his wounds.
Yes, sir.
Reese, once you're on your feet, I want you to make certain the perimeter is secure.
I'm on it.
All right, civilian. It's time to prove your worth. Head into the police station and resupply yourself. Then let me know when you're ready to begin.
No way to pick this.
Access the evidence terminal. It's in the records room towards the rear of the facility. Let's move out, people.
All right, big guy. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm coming.
You better get a move on. It's not a good idea to keep Paladin Dance waiting.
Message to Robert Cooper. You did good, Bobby. The wife and girl won't be saying anything. No worries. Hell, once those fat life insurance checks start rolling in, Mrs. Montrano will wish her fat slob of a husband had eaten that bullet 5 years ago. As for what happens next, up to you. Beach, sub shop, car yard, doesn't matter where he ends up, I don't give a shit. I just want him in the ground. So, long as Johnny Sr. never finds out what happened to his little meatball, we're set. Eddie Winter, signing off. Message to Sal Bosconi. You and I clearly need to talk. About Danvers, about the Montrano mess, about everything. I think we'd both agree that our attempts to improve North-South relations have been a complete failure. Look, I take full responsibility for the behavior of my guys. I expect you to do the same for that moron Montrano. But what happened in Danvers? I hardly know what to say. Your people turned that theater into a slaughterhouse. Those people are dead on your orders, not mine.
and for no conceivable reason I can see. So let's meet. Just the two of us. Talk it all out. You name the time and place. Eddie Winter, signing off. Message to Buster Conley. Nice piece you did on the monorail construction project. Heaven's Highway, Devil's Doing. Huh, cute. But I think you give organized crime too much credit. The various Boston families coming together to fund a public works project? Huh, please. Message to Charlotte Wen. My dear Miss Wen, I hope you're well. After our little joint venture this past May, you should be. If memory serves correctly, that pallet of buff out earned you a small fortune, and Wu Li 8 years in a state correctional facility. So I got to thinking, why not do it again? Both love the same things, money and destroying people who get in our way. Together we'll outmaneuver them all. Boston will be ours for the taking. Let them play checkers. We'll play chess. Eddie Winter, signing off.
Mother!
Have it your way. Get right.
I hear something.
Message to Robert Cooper. Bobby, we discussed this. You hooking up with your stepsister is your own friggin' business. But you talk in your sleep. Maybe you babble about baseball or sing show tunes.